we go. יום שישי הגיע והוא בדיוק בזמן, כמה שחיכיתי כבר בעצם למה שהוא מרגיע, ואם פה אז זה סימן שלך עוד שבוע בשכת, יום שישי הגיע. Friday has arrived and it comes right on time. I've been waiting for something relaxing, and if it's here then that's a sign that another week has gone. Here comes the quiet Yom Shishi Higia. Friday is here. Shabbat is now approaching. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, Carl. I don't think it's on.
Click.
Well, there we go. Shabbat Shalom, Carl. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Who wrote that song?
That's from a rock band called Hadag Nachash.
Yeah, they're good. They're
they
Shirat
rock.
HaSticker. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Friday night at CBI. And let's get right into it with Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh Av HaRachaman Mishoch Avdach El Ritzonach Yarutz Avdach Kimo Aya Yishtachaveh Hadarach ki yerev lo yedidutach minofet suv v'chotam Adonai ziv haolam nafshi cholat avatach ana elna rifana la beharola minoham zivach az tidchazek v'tidrapeh והייתה לך שפחת עולם ידעי די די ידעי די 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 ידעי די 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 ידעי ידעי די די ידעי די די ידעי די די
We officially begin the Kabbalat Shabbat service. If you have these Sidurim, these red ones, you're showing me now. These red ones, we're on page 11 as we say the first psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat. Carl, do you happen to know how many psalms we have in Kabbalat Shabbat?
I think I do. I think there's as many days in the week.
Well, there you go. There are 7, that is correct, and we are coming to the 7th day as you sang about before. So we're on page 11 with Lechu Niranana.
Let's go. Lechu Niranana, Lechu Niranana, Lechu Niranana, Ladonai. Lechu Niranana, Lechu Niranana, Lechu Niranana, Ladonai. Kai mafana bitoda. Naria, tsuyishenu. Disney Road, Naria, Lord. Lecho nera, nina. Lecho nera, nina. Lecho nera, nina. Ladonai. Lecho nera, nina. Lecho nera, nina. Lecho nera, nina. Ladonai. Ki el gadol Adonai, melech gadol. Kol el. Ki hu Eloheinu v'echad. 40 shana. You can repeat after me.
40 shana.
There it is. Akud bedor.
Akud bedor.
Va'omar. Am to'e levav heim.
Am to'ev levav heim.
Ve'im lo yadu.
Ve'hem lo yadu.
Derachai.
Derachai.
Asher nishbati v'api. Im yevon el menuchati. Ay, 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 on page 13, Shiru Ladonai, Shichata, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim Kivodo, Bechol Ha'amim, Yivlotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, O Meolam Meod, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Kol Elohim, Amim Elohim, Adonai Shemayim Asam. Repeat after me. Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
V'tagel haaretz.
V'tagel haaretz.
Yiram hayam.
Yiram hayam.
Umelo.
Umelo.
Yalo sadai.
Yalo sadai.
V'chol asher bo.
V'chol asher bo.
Aziranenu. Kol atzeyar Lifnei Adonai kiva
Lifnei Adonai kiva
Kiva lishpot haaretz
Kiva lishpot haaretz
Lishpot tevel betzedek Ve'amim be'emunato Yai, 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 yai Yai, 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 yai on page 15, Adonai Malach Tagil Haaretz Yismechu Im Rabim Anav Arafel Tzevivo Tzedek u'mishpat Nechon kiso Eish lefanav telech U'lahei saviv tzarah Iru v'rakav tevel Ra'ata v'tachel
We're on the bottom of page 16.
Or zaru latzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai vehodu lezecher kodsho. On page 17 is our Wednesday psalm. Sing to Adonai a new song, for Adonai has worked wonders. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa. Hoshia lo yemino, roa kodsho. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim b'meisharim. Turn to page 20 for our Thursday psalm. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Shemuel among those who called upon the divine name and called to you, Adonai, and you answered them. Moshe v'Aaron b'Kohanah, Shemuel b'Korei Shemo, Korim el Adonai v'Hoyaneh. בעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם, שמרו עדותיו וחוד נתן למו. אדוני אלוהינו אתה עניתם, אל משה הייתה להם ולוקם על עלילותם. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. רוממו Adonai Eloheinu. Page 21, our Friday psalm. We rise for Psalm Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid. Havu l'Adonai v'nelim. Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz. Havu l'Adonai כבוד שמו, ישתחוו לאדוני באדמת קודש. כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד, הרים אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, ויקדם כמו עגל לבנון, וסירון כמו בן רמים, כמו בן רמים. כל אדוני חוצה לבודש, כל אדוני יחיר מדבר, יחיר אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יכול אל איילות, ויחסו ירוד ואלו. כולו אומר כבוד, כולו Adonai lamabul yashav vayeshev Adonai melech liolam Adonai oz li'amo yitain Adonai yevorech ve'amo v'shalom Yai 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 You may be seated.
In just a minute, we're going to do a song called Ana B'Koach. It's a poem, actually, written around the 2nd century CE. And the mystics believed that its primary meaning was hidden. That if you look at the words, it's not about the words themselves, it's about taking the first letter of each word and spelling out this 42-letter ineffable name of God, or unpronounceable name, I should say, of God. And the beauty of the song of Ana B'Koach lies in the subtlety and the hints that it gives. There's no actual reference to God, but it's all about God and God being all around. And I was thinking about this. You're playing me off?
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm accompanying you.
I was thinking about this, and it really hit me about how this song, this hidden and subtle meanings of God, is really applicable to our lives. We never know where God's hand is in our lives. I remember years ago, I applied for a job that I really, really wanted, and I would have had to move. This is while I was living in New Jersey, and while that was a welcome idea, moving out of New Jersey, it would have taken me somewhere. And then when the job came open that I took in Los Angeles at Temple Aliyah, I wouldn't have been able to apply. And if I hadn't been able to apply, I wouldn't have met this lovely woman who's now my fiance.
Sure.
And listen, I don't know that my theology allows that God made it happen. I don't know. I don't think God works that way. I don't think God says this person lives and this person dies. But the thing is, we get to decide that. If we want to put meaning into the world, then it's there, whether we can prove what the reason is or not. And Ana B'Koach hints at that by having God be all around and not necessarily definable, not necessarily here's what God is or isn't. And that's the beauty of Ana B'Koach. And we're going to sing that all together on page 22.
Ana B'Koach, good luck yimicha, tatir tzura, kapel rina, amcha sagveinu, tahareinu nora. Ana B'Koach, good luck yimincha, tatzir tzura, kapel rina amcha sagvenu, tahareinu nora. Nagibor doshei churcha, kivavat shomreim, barchem tahareim. Rachamim tzidchatcha, tamid gomlein, chasin kadosh, chasin kadosh, berov tuvcha, el adatecha, yachid gehel amcha pnei, זוכרי קדושתך, שבתנו קבל, ושמע צעקתנו יודע. תעלומו. אנא בחורה, גודלת ימינך, תתיר צורה, נקבל רינה, עמך סגבנו, תארנו נורא. With that, we move on to invite the Shabbos Queen into the room. Lecha Dodi, page 23. Lecha Dodi, lekra kala, yavabai, yadadai, yavabai, penei Shabbat, nikabla, hai, 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 lecha Dodi, lekra kala, yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla, shamor v'zachor, b'diborecha, hishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila, lecha dodi lekra kala, yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla. Kala yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla, likrat Shabbat, lechov necha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. lecha dodi lekrat kala, yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla. melech yevlucha, kumitzeim mitoch hafecha, rav lach shever b'yemek havacha, v'ho yachamol alayich emla. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla. Kala yavabai, 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 penei Shabbat, nikabla. Turn to page 25. We change it up. Lecha dodi, lekrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabla. V'hayu shisa, so saich v'rachaku. Come volai yasis olaich, Elohai kimsos chatan, al kala lecha dodi, lekrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabla. Yamin usmol tifrot zivi et Adonai, ta'aritzi al ya'ish, ben parzi v'nismecha, v'nagel alecha dodi, lekrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabla. We rise, our tradition is to face the doorway to greet the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, ובצהלה מתוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Having greeted the Shabbos bride, you may be seated. Our psalm for Shabbat on page 27. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot ladonai. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot ladonai. Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. צדיק התמר יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה. שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרו אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים ורעננים יהיו. להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולתה בו. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נאווה קודש אדוני ליאורך ימים. And that's Kabbalat Shabbat. At this time,
We're going to turn to page 30, and we're going to do the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Okay. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach leolam olmei olmaya yitbarach. Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh v'yisadar v'yis'aleh v'yis'halal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechemasa da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
You know what it says next, Carl? Next it says sermon. Sermon. Is that a song I'm not familiar with?
Sermon, that's how I address you. Sermon, would you continue?
Okay. I thought it was French. Okay.
All right.
Shabbos, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's
Good.
nice to be in Shabbos after a stressful week I had.
It is. You know, I was thinking about this. Everybody has their favorite thing, and things they remember from childhood and things that just bring them comfort. And I should preface this by saying I don't miss living in the Northeast. But what I do miss is Friday night going to shul with my father. It was not the most egalitarian way to be raised. I readily admit that. Went to shul with my dad, and it would be freezing. It was Rochester, New York in the winter, uphill both ways, the whole thing. And we'd come home, and the house would smell of chicken soup with dill and parsley, challah with sesame seeds.
You're killing me.
I know.
You're killing me.
Well, I was a large kid. You should have seen it. And Friday night was always my favorite. Friday night was just the most luxurious time. I have 2 older sisters and 2 overachieving older sisters. Say that 5 times fast. Don't.
Okay.
And they were in high school, and I was, in middle school, and they were always gone. Monday through Thursday nights, they were eating, kind of like this as they were running out the door to go to rehearsal or student council or whatever. And Friday night, everything stopped. And we would sit around and have conversations. And, it wasn't always the Algonquin round table. It was sometimes, we would sometimes get a little irreverent and scatological, and my mom would always say, okay, who wants to talk about the Parsha? But what I loved about Friday night was the service at shul. And I would close my eyes, and I still do this to this day. Sometimes I don't know if you look over, but I've got my eyes closed for a lot of the service.
I noticed.
And it all comes from that last stanza of Lecha Dodi. It's where we welcome the Shabbat bride. Bo'i b'shalom, come in peace, crown of your spouse, right? Come to the faithful, the people who treasure you with pride. And to me, this is not as much even about God as it is about Shabbat. The Shabbat bride, not God coming to the faithful people, but Shabbat. Echad Ha'am once said, have you ever heard this quote?
Go ahead.
More than the Jewish people have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jewish people.
I love that.
And it is a recreation of a wedding. And we say this stanza of welcoming the Shabbat bride, and there are repeated moments of Friday night where it's again a marriage. Yedid Nefesh, as you read, is also about a beloved and their relationship. And even if, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's traditional that either the husband or the wife has a Kiddush cup when they make Kiddush at home, not both. That whoever makes the blessing, let's say it's the husband or the wife, they say the Kiddush, and they drink, and then you know what they do next? They hand it to their spouse. And the reason we do that on Friday night, and they don't have their own glasses, is it's a recreation of that moment under the chuppah. It's a recreation of the first time they drank of the glass of Kiddush together as a married couple. And there's something about, it's almost, you get to renew your vows every week. And, I have weddings on the brain because you were talking about the Shabbat bride, and some of you may know, but Mazel Tov to, I think they're watching, to Rabbi and Linda Spitz, who are kvelling, I hope, over the engagement of their son Joey to Ali, date TBD. But this idea of taking time, right? Rabbi Heschel called Shabbat a palace in time. There's nothing more ordinary or seemingly infinite than time. Clock just ticks, nothing spectacular. But Shabbat, everything stops. And even if you have the social media, you can just practice mindfulness. If not even 25 hours, just a few moments. And that moment of handing the wine or the Kedem Manischewitz, or some good wine over to your spouse can be a moment of mindfulness of the relationship you have. Just as Shabbat is about the relationship between God and the Jewish people and creation, it's a moment for us to renew relationships. And that's what I love about Shabbat. So I hope if you're watching at home or wherever you might be, that you have some moments this Shabbos, if not 25 hours, just a few moments that you can carve out a little palace that you can take to be mindful with each other, to be purposeful, to look at each other, and if you say I love you, to do it with meaning and not the love you too. That's what Shabbat is. It's the love letter that we get to read every week. Shabbat Shalom.
That was beautiful, Rabbi.
Thanks.
Yeah. I will bring that to my Shabbos table tonight. Nancy, take notes. 'Cause that's the way we'll do Kiddush from now on. I like that. That's sharing, renewing vows, and calling on the Shabbos bride and my own bride. Our call to prayer is found on page 39 to begin Ma'ariv.
And if you're at home, wherever you are, if you want to rise, please, as we do the formal call to prayer.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated.
Umavir yom u'mevil layla, mavdil ben yom u'ben layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Yachad v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 40. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, Tanu lemadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu u'v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, li'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu, v'yorech yameinu, o v'hem nege yomam v'layla. V'ahavatecha al tasim mimenu li'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה עם שמו תשמעי על מצוותיי אשר ויאמר אלוהים השלום. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We turn to page 44 for Micha Mocha.
Moses and Miriam and the people of Israel joyfully sang to you, Adonai. Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise and working wonders? They sang Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osef elem, nora tehilot osef elem. מלכותך רבניך בוקר ים לפני משה זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. Page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Ushmor Seiteinu Shalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai Haporei Sukat Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. We rise, page 46. Shamiru v'nei Yisrael Hashabbat La'asod Hashabbat L'doratam Berit Olam. Israel, od leolam, ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai el hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafah. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah v'yamad divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'hagala u'v'zman kariv yimeru Yehei shmei Rabbo mivorach v'yolam olal me'al maya yiparach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yibahar v'yidroma v'yitnaseh v'yidhadar Vitalev, Vithalal, Shmid Kudisha,
Richu.
Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Tamiram b'yoma, v'meru, Amen.
The silent Amidah can be found in your Sidurim on page 47 through page 52.
Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, Al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, Al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'meru, amen. Page 53, Vayechulu hashamayim v'aretz, v'chol tzva'am, Vayechol Elohim bayom hashvi'i, melachto asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi'i, mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vayekadesh oto, ki vo shavat mikol melachto, Asher bara Elohim לעשות. יקדב יקדש שמי רבה, ביעמד יברכי כותב, ימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ובימיכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגל ובזמן קורי והימרו, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, עולם ועולמי עלמיה, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitbar, Vitramam, Vitnase, Vithadar, Vitala, Vithalal, Shmir Kudisha. Leila min kol berchata v'shirata. Tishvechata v'nechemata damiran b'yalma v'himeru.
Amen.
Titkabal tzlot hon avot hon dechol Yisrael. Kadam avot hon divishmaya v'himeru.
Amen.
Yesh lamarava min shemaya v'chayim alen v'yal kol Yisrael v'himeru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yal kol Yoshvei tevel v'himeru.
Amen.
Let's bless the kids, shall we, Rabbi?
Yes, let's bless them all together. I'll do the Hebrew for the Yisimchem.
Okay.
And then we'll do the priestly blessing. You're going to show me how you and Rabbi Spitz did it.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, I do the boys because I have boys, and you've got a daughter, right?
Oh, I got both.
You got both.
I
well,
do.
You only get, we got to split it up.
Well, why do we split it up? Why won't you?
Hey,
Whoa.
hey, come back.
Well, if you're going to shut my mic off, then fine. I'll listen to you.
You may be seated.
Yeah.
So, you want to go?
Go. Do you want to do your boys? Do
Here
your
we
boys.
go. You know, we're figuring this out.
Yisimchem,
Yisimcha Elohim
Elohim,
ki Ephraim v'chi Menashe. May God bless you as He blessed Ephraim and Menashe.
Okay, so I'm going to do them both.
Okay.
Yisimchem Elohim ke Ephraim u'che Menashe ke Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah.
Oh, I like that.
May God make you like Ephraim and Menashe, like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. I've never ever talked about this, but that's always how I've blessed my children, because my son will have qualities like the foremothers, and my daughters will have qualities like Ephraim and Menashe, and I think I'd like them to have that. So.
That's why you're the rabbi. That's why you're the teacher. That's such a wonderful thought.
Thanks.
From now on.
All
That's
right.
Two things are changing with the
Okay.
Cedar household. Kiddush and blessing.
I hear a ritual committee call.
All right, together we say,
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless and protect you. May God's face shine upon you, and may God bestow kindness upon you. May God's countenance be lifted towards you, God's face, and may God grant you peace.
Amen. Amen. All right, no spouses here in the room.
Do you mind if I make Kiddush?
Oh, please.
All right. Page. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hichilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher li'yetziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo.
Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Asher Kalach. Page 56, we rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer breishi, shelo asanu kugoye haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamona, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech Malchei Hamachlim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim V'yoser Haaretz U'moshav Yekaro B'Shamayim Ima'al U'shchinatu Zo V'gov Hei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Einot Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום, וידעת היום, והשבות אל לבבך. כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד, אין עוד. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו אחד. You may be seated.
In just a minute, we're going to do the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Oh, no, yes.
Yeah.
Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. In this community, I just want to mention that we're commemorating the yard sites of Samuel Elster and David Beck, of Marty Steinberg and Dorothy Hurwitz, of Isidore Alexson and Dorothy Fallon, of Joshua Liebenson and Martin Asterbaum, of Sherry Ezra and Morris Moshe Messi, of Helena Brostoff and Laser Cohn, of Rabbi Stephen Tucker and Gertrude Mazeritz, of Paul Fisher and Irving Berkowitz, of Thomas Meese and Sarah Schenkman, and of Dr. Harvey Goodman. May all of their memories be for a blessing.
Amen.
All those who are in mourning or commemorating Yardside, I invite you to rise wherever you are to say the Mourner's Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach Yerusei v'yamlich malchusei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beis Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulmei olmai yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yis'aleh v'yishalal Shemei dekudisha
Barichu.
Le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechemasa da'amiran ve'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya l'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav u ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru
Amen.
Announcements.
Sure.
I believe services are tomorrow at 9:30.
Yes, and it is a Yismachu service.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yismachu.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. And it's Cheshvan, so there's not much going on. It's the month of Cheshvan, the only month of the Jewish calendar where there are no holidays, which for clergy makes it a holiday.
Okay.
So, yeah, wrap your mind around that.
But, so because there's no holidays, come on down because we're having services live in person tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So we'd love to see you here. I'll be here playing guitar with Cantor Amy and Rabbi Ben, and the three of us will lead services tomorrow morning. We hope you can make it.
Yes.
Services start at 9:30.
Correct, 9:30. Should we do Shalom Aleichem?
Yeah.
Let's take her home.
Let's see. Let me do this version that I've become very fond of. It goes like this. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi HaShaarei, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Ile Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzechem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai, 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 yai. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, Carl. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.